Hello everybody, once again, here I am, the Gunslinger, and I have another replay that I'll be sending to you through the internet. On this corner we have LuCkyZ, who is going to be in the top left as the Protoss, and I believe he is the green Protoss, and in the bottom position on this map we have Vichig. Now, I do want to mention that he's Protoss as well. Also, to note that this is on the Latin American server, and this is actually a tournament game. I will post a link below for the website. Hopefully you can speak Spanish. I was recommended to take a look at these replays, as they do have some pretty skilled players. I am going to look forward to see it. I haven't done a PvP in a while, and there's always some interesting things to learn about it. It is by far one of the more obscure matchups that people can't really easily define. So here we go. You are going to see the basic build start out very similar. Now this map is Test Bug, and if you might not know, it is a 3-player map in fact. There is a third base over here, so there are 2 different places that they could be. It's interesting because there's kind of an equal distance between all places where your base can be. Now it seems like LuCkyZ is going to go ahead and put his gateway down first, a later gate going down for Vichig. If there is some aggressive movements from LuCkyZ, then it will be because of his early gateway. One thing that I've noticed when it comes to PvP is that whoever makes the first mistake has a huge disadvantage, and if you are able to capitalize on such a thing, you will be very much ahead of the curve, and sometimes that can lead you on to victory. I remember back in the day, especially back in the beta days, where everyone in PvP was doing 4 gates, and whoever could do the 4 gate the best would end up winning the matchup. However, things have changed. You do see some different aggression, some different builds, so it's not as cut and dry as it was before. Now, the probe of Vichig is going to go ahead and do some harassment on these pylons, but nothing too serious. Cybernetics core going down for LuCkyZ, so you will see him possibly go for a fast warp gate. Also, it depends. He's not even going to move his miners away, so he's just going to continue to build as he normally would. Meanwhile, another Cybernetics core coming in for Vichig as well. Their builds are basically the exact same, but then again, maybe that's why they call it a mirror matchup, that they are starting with the same abilities, same units, same strengths, same weaknesses. And it is how you play against your opponent that proves who the better player is. Sometimes going for a strategy that they weren't expecting, or for something that gives you an unexpected advantage. Now, no probes actually being produced by Vichig. Is he ahead in the harvester count? In fact, it seems like he is not, but he is going to elect for getting a stalker out, as well as chrono boosting on his cybernetics core for the gateways to be for that warp tech. And I am having a slow day. On a personal note, I didn't get any sleep last night working on some software things. I know it was kind of buggy, but now we do see 3 gates go down immediately, so you are going to see 4 gate from Vichig, and he will, once he has the opportunity to, if he notices it, he will then chrono boost Cybernetics core. This may spell danger. How it really depends on how LuCkyZ is going to do it. It seems like his gates are evenly timed, and they will be able to spawn or warp in just as warp gate is about to finish. Actually, he might be a little bit behind, but still, they are both going for the typical 4 gate, so it will be interesting to see how they apply these units. No one is being very aggressive at the time. No damage really being dealt by either of these 2 units. And any second now you will see these gateways finished. Now, it does appear that the gateways were actually finished for Vichig first, but the warp gate will be finished later. So, overall, these gates will be open. Is there a proxy pylon? Yes. So you are going to see a bit of an early point of aggression with 4 extra stalkers for LuCkyZ. He is a pretty skilled player, so it will be interesting to see what he will do next. Meanwhile, more stalkers being warped in for Vichig as well defensively. Sometimes you'll notice that defensive 4 gate will beat the offensive 4 gate because of how easily you can reinforce your units. LuCkyZ is in fact going for an additional zealot. More zealots would be a good move to make here. He is going to get a good combination of units. Now you'll see here a bit of aggression going up to the choke of Vichig. The zealots will be doing damage against one another, but the zealots are greater in number. More Zealots coming in for Vichig. Will he be able to move his Stalkers back, or will that Zealot be able to do enough damage to them? He does lose one Stalker, is going to lose another Stalker, but the Zealots are the ones that are doing the significant damage. That will be huge. It seems like LuCkyZ is going to pull ahead for the time being with these Zealots. Is he going to go ahead and micro at that Zealot? Yes, he will. Focus firing at this other Stalker. Is he going to warp in even more units at this proxy pylon that he has put right next to the opponent's base? No need necessary. Vichig is going to go ahead and GG, and that is your game. See how a little bit of that strategy, just a tiny little leak, can blow so far out of proportion. I wish I could get more analysis on it, but that's just how fickle PvP can be. That was a quick replay. I will expect to do another one. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, and I will see you guys next time.